Are you really ready for the cost of home ownership? It's not just about whether or not you can make that monthly mortgage payment. There is so much more to the cost of owning a home, and let's go ahead and break down what those hidden costs are, or what we refer to as phantom costs. And if you stay tuned till the end, I'm going to break down to you very quickly on a napkin how to figure out how to include all of these costs along with the mortgage so you know what you're getting yourself into. But let's get into it. So number one is going to be property taxes. Now, taxes can vary greatly depending on the home's current value and its location, and these will increase over time. Home insurance is another one that you are going to want to have, especially if your home is located in something like a flood zone, which we do have here in Nevada, or maybe it's like Hurricane Row or whatever the case may be. You're going to want to make sure that you have home insurance the entire time. Another one that a lot of people don't pay too much attention to is maintenance and repairs. So whether it's a new home or a resale home, going to need some type of account that will have money in it to spend on home maintenance and repairs. And another one is going to be utilities. If you're going something from like an apartment that's a smaller square footage to something bigger, just expect that those utility costs are going to increase. And depending on what type of loan you got, PMI is also something to greatly consider. So definitely get that dialed in with your loan officer to figure out how much you are going to pay into PMI and up to what time frame. Home warranties are usually covered sometimes by the seller with the first year that you purchase the home, and after that it is completely up to you. Appliance replacements and or upgrades. So if you have older appliances, the stove goes out, or maybe your home didn't come with a washer or a dishwasher or a dryer, or whatever the case may be, you are going to probably want to not go to a laundromat and have those appliances working well for you to enjoy. And aside from being able to afford the monthly mortgage, any HOA fees, PMI, you're also going to want to include those types of closing costs or any ongoing costs like these phantom costs that we're discussing here. Another big one is home security systems, ring systems. Those are usually on a subscription, and especially if you got to buy equipment, whether your house has solar, the extra payment each month towards that. And lastly, any type of maintenance fee like yard maintenance, pool maintenance. If you decide that you bought your home without a pool and you want to put in a pool later, then you are going to want to account for those costs at some point. But obviously the earlier the better. All of those extra fees included. It's a great rule of thumb to follow, keeping your total home ownership cost to 28% of your income or below. Let's go ahead and show you what that looks like and how to break it down for your household income so you don't make a bad decision that could potentially lead to buyer's remorse, especially after a happy moment of just purchasing your new home. Let's go ahead and break down on a napkin, and in my case a paper towel, on how to calculate how much mortgage your total annual income can afford. Example that we're using is for a client. We are going to use their numbers, and they make $150,000 per year. Given that we want 28% of that, we are going to do taking 28,000 of 150 to give us 42,000, and divide it out by the 12 months to give us 3,500. And you're going to add about 50% of those phantom costs that are going to go into this to equal your actual total cost. We have to figure out the mortgage. We have to figure out those phantom costs, and that is going to give us a grand total of that 3,500, because that's the total amount that we're paying for mortgage plus phantom. I'm going to plug in the monthly affordability mortgage payment of $2,333, and I'm not going to input an HOA cost to there. So that home price is $341,947. And if I save 10% towards that home, we're looking at about $35,000, and 20% of that is about $80,000. So this is definitely recommended. Why, you say? Because the last thing that we want our buyers to have is remorse over the fact that they've barely scrape by to put everything together, and then all of a sudden a dishwasher or washer or dryer or something goes out and now they have zero money to replace it. So this gives you plenty of cushion. Not to say that, oh, until you get to there that you can't purchase, but if you land somewhere between that 35 and that 80,000, I think it's a good signal, and it answers the question if now is a good time to buy. So this is based on actual data that will help you determine if now is a good time to buy. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up for you, so feel free to take a screenshot, type in your own numbers, figure them out, and let me know what you got in the comments below. Does it seem like it's doable for your particular financial situation?